And then yama yepren a vanity upon vanity because we are say a chum na Ghana yenchima yejana mo bo because so share the taste of Ghana today. Ghana is in distress. Yeah, more than epic. Say you call into junk category. It means on minor say. Then be me say it's only in Ghana. Say and now MPP wa bemu. Kwa Congress ni monetary problem. Say fear bemu 4 years down now. Can see any scar. 80 minutes we be say I say if no munye scar when they are in governments. Aso this scar and now say if no munye scar. NDC MPP. Tina mi be say me Ghana ni wo so Ghana ni ana. Na dem bia make asem back. Me say nipa back wo ho say blaming for the worst of Ghana's problem. Yewura Ken Oforiata. Sa one decision no ye na obi enyanyansan kanche said this decision is bad no and na atu yen agina ba bia agina yi obi say decision by decision na oba a banking sector because no ye bank no or say make collapse all the bank institutions no or use 24 billion and they say banks are go use 9 billion and they save you omo ba no mo ti ni amakese na me bisa say nti enye ye ntima for no mo jimi ana de bia me say politicians because omunye business people they don't know how to make business with Ghana and then in America sir obaye dollar na 3 cedis and now 15 16 cedis what's your monsamu enye one business person be or ye adwuma no aboka o say your monsamu da it shows the knowledge and the thinking of our politicians. Like as a ripple effect I mean say one decision now take here no ensu so ahin na bae and then your ton states assets in Bryan Acheampong. You should be ashamed, I'm telling you. You should be ashamed of yourself. Because saying na tonton ya kagana kebi wo ho. And then ya fum niama. Mame Juliet Eje eneye wawoda nyame tun kwandemo. The picture na edwa no. Mame Juliet, you've been a blessing to some of us and my crew. We thank you and wish you happy birthday. Pacho jollof for you because if you have pa, yeah, baho near be jollof. Marco Baba Xposed GH program. I say, me ye Ghananii. Now once you Ghananii ana. I say me de bia me bisa. Me bisa wa now so yi me ano. And before you be share video, no pese me ka say me. Bro, we have had conflict of interest. Near say a situation in which a person is in a position to derive personal benefits from action or decisions made in their official capacity. Where explanation na dictionary the Meyẹ. Obeka say na Ben Bruce na edi na wobeka. Asema make tiatia. Ya tisa Bryan Acheampong. E pa cho wunim na woye Minister of Agriculture. Ni hotel I feel Rock City. I work with or SNNIT 4 hotels 3. Muntian you or your Minister of what? State Agriculture. Na your friends a video bi wa ha. Me nua penny na komia. Me come nua penny because me personally. Na o keka nia ma bi say enye first time ni. Na pesa o hwe video no wi a me bom adwen na so abo adwen ni ahwe ne
La Palm Royal, for example, we all know. Elmina Beach, we know it's been out of operation for a long time. Busua, you know. So, and even the ones that are making money, I don't think SNNIT is selling all. It says it's going to divest some of its shares.
Yeah, it will lose control, 60%.
Yes, but it will still retain.
So the prospective buyer, if you see, they themselves state that the prospective buyer will now have control.
Yeah, because obviously SNNIT feels that when they have control, a lot of the time they become subject to interference. So they want to have minority shares so that they don't become so. Obviously, that's the thinking. Otherwise, they would have sold all the shares. But you know, in the first place, when this advert came in 2021, 2022.
Yeah. 7 February 2022.
Bryan Acheampong, was he a cabinet minister in 2022?
He was MP.
No, he was MP.
He was MP.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as we're speaking, I just got a message from somebody who works at SNNIT. And this is what he says. There are issues raised that, but let me not mention names for now, but let me just say that the message is saying that the minority owner in the SNNIT hotel in Cape Coast is Soso. This Soso is a high-ranking NDC member.
Okay.
I don't want to mention his name now.
Okay.
I'll forward it to you. Said when they bought it, when this person bought it, the NDC was in power. The catering rest house in Tamale was also bought by somebody who is a high-ranking NDC member. The name is here. I don't want to mention it for now. The catering rest house in Sunyani was also bought by somebody who is a high-ranking NDC member. Then at the catering rest house in Kumasi was also bought by somebody who is a high-ranking NDC member. Now, these people are not even known to be hoteliers. Unlike Bryan Acheampong, who's putting up what people call the biggest hotel in Africa on his own. And so he's eminently qualified to run hotels that are failing, provided that the procedure, the correct procedure is gone through. But these people who bought all these hotels, even the SNNIT hotel in Cape Coast that we are talking about, one of the shareholders is a big NDC man. Catering rest house in Tamale was bought by a big NDC man, name provided here. The catering rest house in Sunyani, the catering rest house in Kumasi, and so on. So, if we are going to talk about politicians buying these properties, we can widen the investigation. I don't have a problem. Now, I'm told in the message that 8 companies submitted a bids in response to this SNNIT advert. 8 companies. And the evaluation process took 3 years before Rock City emerged the winner. Okay. So, I'm told that SNNIT advertised.
It couldn't have been 3 years.
Sorry?
It couldn't have been 3 years.
Why?
From the date of this advert.
Actually, SNNIT did an initial investment advertisement in 2020.
Okay.
Yes. And then they did a second advertising in 2021. So this is probably the third, because we're not getting. Okay. So 8 companies applied. And this is somebody who works at SNNIT. One of the, and it says that it took 3 years, and then Rock City emerged the winner. Now, I'm saying that Bryan Acheampong, Rock City. I mean, you've been to Rock City.
Yes.
I have been there. It's an amazing development, and this is, you feel proud that a Ghanaian is putting up this. But be that as it may, all these politicians who's bought all these state assets, including Bryan Acheampong, if there has to be an investigation to show that there was no undue influence and that the proper procedures were followed. And mind you, the SNNIT board is a very diverse board with heavy representation of labor. I deal with the SNNIT board a lot because SNNIT has some shares in STC. So I know that in fact, the general secretary is the secretary general. I don't know what they call it. The general secretary of TUC is a member of the SNNIT board. And I would imagine that these are not, and it's not just him, I think there are another 2 more TUC representatives on the SNNIT board. And I will find it difficult to imagine.
I think there's ICU.
Yeah, that these people on the SNNIT board will condone any gross irregularity. But be that as it may, I am always in favor of investigation. If because of the personalities involved and so on. On the face of it, Rock City buying hotels makes me happy.
So go have video number. O ya mashem. Me kra me ya mashem. E dey no ka no se o. Mon kra mo ya bi. Enti asu ya ba baby. Okuja tab black. Those times are no government. Yes no filling stations. Yewura esiedu ketia. Yes block factory ayetwa no na no twa. Oba MPP mu a the same. Na me bisa me ho asem bi. Se Ghana no se ne yebekọ ne dia ne ye kwa na ye ba. SNNIT state institutions. Sabe meni usika ye nkaka ne dia mo se mo fanya investments. Obe say kwa say dia ni investments. Investment ne say na me wo sika no. Me de hye adwuma bi mu a ebeba me sika da ache. So that me come in kukura bobremu and I'm in brewa boa sabe command me and only the purpose of SNNIT. Utie. Now, yenshe ade SNNIT here no. Say is it in line with what they are supposed to do? Omo to omo investment no. Investment na esa ko omo invest no. Omo to investment no. Omo to so omo to ma politician. Debia me say it's only in Ghana. Say, and now MPP wa ban mu. Kwa Congress ni monetary problem. Say fear ban mu 4 years down now make us see niska. Enti me ne wo yem be say ho say if no mu nya sika when they are in government. Aso di sika na ana say if no mu nya sika no. NDC MPP. Ti na me be say me Ghananii wo so ye Ghananii ana. Minka MPP asem minka NDC asem where make Ghana SNNIT contribution sabe omo mbeba akokra mre wa ye de be mom no ene ye disika no omo a trustees aye de omo atoa no se mo hwe ye sika man no omo connive with the state institutions and people and they are chopping the money enye sa ede na mkuku mo investment asabi ye investment mo say strategic investment enti e ton ye de kwe musika na sana na dem bia make asem baako me say nipa baako wo ho e say blaming for the worst of Ghana's problem ye Ken Oforiata sa one decision no ye na obi enyanyan san kan che say this decision is bad no eno na atu ye agina ba bia ye gina yi obi say decision na oba banking sector. Because no your bank cantino or say make collapse all the bank when institutions no or use 24 billion and they say banks and come use 9 billion and they save you more or we no job losses and a bank be Uber driver and the boat or be a work banking school or driving Uber and the boat make I say no but then as someone who say ejuma say and I yet na so nye na se si ana manya hu bibi se aban crofo ma both NDC and NPP omo wia eto state assets from Yewura jeje so asabe ne yere ni ese ono ne the owner allegedly of Insawam fruit cannery other people obi obeba bi ese o watowe omo ba no mutini amakese na me bisa se enti enye ye ntimafo no mo jimi ana de bia me say politicians because omunya business people they don't know how to make business with Ghana. And then I make us buy dollar na 3 cedis. And now 15 16 cedis. What's your monsamu enyo? What will business person be or ye jumanu aboka or say your monsamuda? It shows the knowledge and the thinking of our politicians. Osimo monsam Dokuno 1 cedi and 5 cedis. Osemo mo se mayade mi hu so mo mathematics no so mo siniti asio se ye ne esi ye dia eti asio menti ase na de bia no tina make say Ghana esanke de mra bi ba constitution first of all who your government appointee you are not supposed to what own any business. I'm telling you. And yes all business be related to what the states because and control you so positions to acquire things in what state institutions. Example, yes, SNNIT. Na enena me hwade na ne mani agye. Me se workers afa na mahu nyansa TUC what senate was say mo pa mo ye mema mo ton. I'm say that's right. Enough of these things. Na Same Okuja to all kasa ne bu gidi. And then one kasa the way the constitution is designed, no, and no ma ye yen kwasi asem sa. Why is he not saying that? And why is Bryan Acheampong? Doesn't he have a conscience? Sabi state young woman na SNNIT ewo ho. And then ma beto on my japade. What is wrong with me? Sikana ye pen ye kwa den. Ewiase mi hu obi a sabi. Wewu a yatam sika e de ahye na adaka mu dawo. Ti sika na mo pe no, mo hwe yie. Da bia mo asemika. Mesi anke ba be fa ministers of state. Ana president anke fom ko mo kire. No mo ko hu se na nipa wu a nipa nya hwe. Na wu se awie a, wo bo se awiase no, ne ye pa nyina te se na so mo kai no. Onya ne ma nyina o se it's all what? Vanity upon vanity. And then yama ye pen a vanity upon vanity because ewiase etwam na Ghana yenchima ye jana mo bo because so share the taste of Ghana today. Ghana is in distress. Ye more than epic. Say ya call into junk category. It means on minor say on maya sabe ye to ye way within 6 years na ye city and depreciated by 600%. And then na me will say you about me analysis we say even is better than what do you mean? What are you talking about? Simple mathematics. 3 cities now do 15 cities you are telling me it's what slower? How? Where your mathematics? Obi so meka MPP you say NDC for the was 25 now say damn you. What are we talking about here? Your mama say mo mesia they want to be say get off. What are you talking about? Sad equalization in a way we don't need that. Oba na 3 cities and you have failed MPP. My fairly when anything is not COVID, it's not Ukraine. As our banking sector na collapsing na more who say that will bring what your downfall. I'm telling you. Because banking sector no that was what was holding the economy. The job losses are a buy. It runs into thousands. People do you know the rippling effect? Like I said, rippling effect. I mean, say one decision now take here, no, and so I in a buy, and then you turn state assets in Kofaniaje. Bryan Acheampong, you should be ashamed. I'm telling you, you should be ashamed of yourself because saying na tonton ya kagana kebi oho, and then ya fumiyama. Omanya mo say ye buy for mine no eya na me bisa say enti mo ba be fa akunya na e de na wo mutrim ene wo mutrim say ye ba be discard akwa na ye ho mete Ghana ho mete. Are you not seeing it? And your anger boiling, people are not seeing it. When the anger boils and it gets to a stage, you cannot stop that anger. It's you're careful. And now you're Radankan Williams, not Kasembi. Or say, more beyond Kase Ghanaians are calm. Because of witnessing 1979, 81, and Osaka Boko, where Ghanaians were butchering people because of what? Hunger and anger. Asem yenu, ekwam eni ebufuo. Say baby Ghana beduno, we are in tatters. That is the fact. Mr. President, Obi Nkanchewa me makache, we are in tatters. Oman asay yatete abo apansam. Say won nima makache ye baby ayedu no eye shameful. Say won nima go and ask your people say where and how do we get here? Say Ghana. Say companies are leaving the shores of Ghana to Togo. I am ashamed as Ghanaian. To Cote d'Ivoire and other places. That is the fact. And then Aboso kai for no normal can be. Also they can't even sell. And then Michelle TV now Bentua. Me say everybody. Bentua short to Ghana. There's a gentleman can produce Bentua. Aboso kai for so munya investor be investor ka chance say Ghana dey me fam sika ma o. Adentia Ghana economy nye. And Mr. President, you are saying you've done what? The patch check your facts again. Because well, what is happening is shameful to you as a person and to we as Ghanaians. Baby o minor corner near my some one and whoever becomes the next president will have a tough time to even stabilize this economy. Because send your makon as say my young kedi home. Not young cast of politicians, we can hold the people. We are not fools. They be a say near boy kakania baha. A time will come, you'll be held accountable. You the politician. And when that time of reckoning comes, make sure you stand in good stead. And then Anantina, the person ye a special way for your office. Prosecutor. Why are they scheming to get him out? And also a topic I may discuss tomorrow. And then me do see ya. Nya person bisa on say, ye ton your money nyina ye nchima ediena ye di jomo. We ye Ghananii na me Ghananii dia and twen ma de ne nsai. You need to speak out. Oh my penny, and then I see, say something, do something. Me, I'm saying something. Are you also saying something? And I see. If I'm Ben Bruce, Kofi Afokwa, I expose GH every weekend, every week, day. Me a Ghananii, also a Ghananii, beba. Manuesi, bye bye.